Spotify acquiring two more companies to become a podcasting juggernaut. So,
Yeah.
what do I mean by this? So now in India, podcasting is still not that high. I mean, people rely on YouTube itself to watch movies, to listen to podcasts, and all that. But
Right.
podcasting is a huge business. It's going to grow even in India. In fact, one of our goals at OneWork is, to try to build a podcast network. And in this effort, what Spotify has acquired is a data analytics and an advertising platform in
Okay.
podcasts. So
Oh, so
just
these companies do data analytics and in only in the podcast industry.
yeah, they do podcast data analysis and podcast advertising and placements of what do you call uh, so pod sites and Chartable. These are two very good brands, and I'm
Okay.
sure Spotify has given a good amount of money for both of them. But
Right.
basically, what this will do is, imagine I have a podcast, right? I can, number one, get a lot of insights into how well the advertising is working. So, and
Right.
I'll explain how this adds value. So, first is Podsights is the first company they acquired, and this will give them insights into how well the advertising is working. So, just keep that in mind, and I'll tell you how it closes the loop. And the
Cool.
second company they acquired is Chartable, Chartable. So,
Okay.
Chartable also is in the similar space where it's helping publishers try to make most of their podcast
Okay.
of their podcast advertising. So now, why am I telling you all these things? I'll just quickly share my screen so I can explain this particular concept better. So you got to understand that one of the main reasons why people put a lot of money. So I'll just quickly share my screen. This is just this is just my thought process, and if I were in Spotify, how I would be thinking, and of course, so that you can add if you have any idea.
Okay.
But basically, why do people go to YouTube or Google to advertise, or even Facebook for that matter? Now, apart
Everyone's
from
there.
one is they have the entire audience. That's absolutely right.
Right.
The second part is it's extremely data and analytics driven. So,
Right.
what do I mean by this? Say I give one of these platforms some money, right? They will actually tell you how many people you have reached,
Right.
how many clicks you've got, right? How many conversions have you got? All this information.
Right.
Unlike, say, a television or some other media platform or a media company, when you give them money, it's a question mark. You're not sure what's happening, you just hope for the best. So, what
Oh
happens
yeah.
is,
So the tangibility of marketing spends is what you're talking about, right?
yeah, so the tangibility of marketing spends, not just tangibility, conversion tracking, all these
Ah,
things really help out, okay?
right. And
Now,
traditional media does not offer all of that.
traditional media doesn't offer it, no media offers it. Now,
Ah,
if I am trying to build another media business or a media platform, so in this case, Spotify wants to become a media platform, right?
yeah.
Now, Spotify, if you have free Spotify, you can do a lot of ads,
Yep.
right? So in between the music songs, you have ads right now. Now everyone knows that Spotify wants to, become like the ultimate place for anything you listen to.
Yeah. All audio.
All audio, exactly. So now, what have they done? They have done a major push into podcasts.
Right. They acquired Joe Rogan and all of that.
Exactly. They acquired Joe Rogan, they've acquired a lot of other podcast players, they have acquired Anchor.fm. Now, with Spotify for the music, a music song is 3 to 5 minutes long. Between songs, placing ads was very easy. They'll be like, okay, we'll show your songs in between 10,000 listens. We'll show your ad like 500 times. And this is what we'll charge. And this is the audience and all that. The problem with podcasts is it's fucking 30 minutes to 200 minutes long.
Right.
Probably more. Joe Rogan ka ek 4 hours ka hai, for example.
Yep. Yep.
So now you'll be like, how the hell do you place ads in between?
Huh.
Traditionally, podcast guys would take sponsorships.
Right.
Based on their average listens, they would tell ki, okay, I'll charge you this much, and sponsors would take. And every 15-20 minutes or so, there would be a small 30-second, 1 minute, sponsor feature.
Right.
Problem with this was very much operating like a traditional media.
Right.
So you are not sure how many people it is reaching, you're not sure how many listens it's actually got, you're not sure about all those different analytics and data. So what Spotify has acquired, these two companies, what they allow publishers to do is they work in collaboration with podcast publishers and advertisers, ads, Spotify podcast publisher. They build this entire loop and make everyone in the funnel aware of all analytics.
Oh, okay.
So exactly they'll be able to tell advertisers कि अगर आप इतना खर्चा करोगे तो आपको इतना visibility मिलेगा, इतने clicks मिल सकते हैं, all that bullshit.
So they're bringing transparency to all stakeholders in the
Exactly. So this is, they're just taking and this is not some new strategy. They're just taking a page from the Google's playbook. Google Ads became so huge when they paired it with Google Ads plus Google Analytics pair is like one of the best thing which happened to Google, because that really just skyrocketed their business because a lot of marketers wanted to spend money there. Similarly, what they are doing with what Spotify is doing is for the format of listening or audio, they have acquired the publishers. They have a lot of advertisers already. Now they have the analytics layer. So they have built an engine of consistent ad revenue right now.
Right.
And I love it. Because why do I love it? Because I think you have another player. Spotify is a Swedish company. They do have good amount of respect for privacy and all that. And I think them growing bigger and getting better is a very good thing for the world as a whole. So I'm really excited about this. And I think Spotify has consistently taken good steps. For instance, some of the things which Spotify has done is acquire some of the best podcasts, give Joe Rogan. They actually didn't censor and silence Joe Rogan. That was one of the biggest things they did. And all they had to do was wait out, a lot of these idiot old media guys. Because they knew that those guys would just fall, and they waited out, and all those viewers are now Spotify's viewers. So this is just another, piece on the cake where it's just getting better and better. But this is why this acquisition is so exciting, Siddharth.
I love it. I love it that I love it also because Spotify is a Scandinavian company, right?
Exactly.
And we all need Scandinavian dominance in our world. It is so important because these guys, their values reflect true liberal values, like in the current context. And you see that in the way Spotify defended Joe Rogan. You see that in the way Spotify does not censor its creators. You see that in the way Spotify gives revenue to their creators. So yeah, it's a crazy thing. And if Spotify does become the next YouTube for audio, nothing like it. It's just better for creators.
Exactly. So this was, I love it. This was again a very brief explanation based on my understanding of the business. Of course, the podcast business is a lot deeper and a lot wider, but this just gives you a little bit of clarity and a little bit of transparency of how this deal works and why Spotify is acquiring these companies. Spotify does have its own analytics. The reason they're acquiring these companies is, one is they have a tech layer. Maybe Spotify wants some features from that. But second, a lot of these companies are working with some existing big podcast publishers. So Spotify doesn't need to hire a sales team to go acquire these podcast publishers again.
Oh, right. Nice.
So, love this. I honestly want to see if we can do a breakdown on Spotify, Siddharth, because it's
actually
it beat out some of the biggest juggernauts to take over the music space.